Welcome to the Fluency podcast. I'm Hadar, and this is episode number 152. Hey everyone, today we are going to have a slightly different episode because, as you know, usually I share here on the podcast the audio of a video that I share on YouTube. So you can listen to it in the audio format, but you can also watch it on my video blog. But today, the video is really important because in today's episode, I am actually talking about improving your video skills. And I know it might sound a little weird because this is generally an English learning platform. So why am I talking about making great videos? And that is because I believe that video is one of the best tools we have for improving our fluency in English. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but I know that in addition to feeling awkward and weird and not wanting to hear yourself in English, some of the reasons for not using videos, right, making videos of yourself speaking is technical. You just don't feel like your videos are good, or you're not happy with how it looks. Or maybe you don't love seeing yourself on Zoom when you turn on your camera. So I decided to share with you some of my best tips for making great videos and looking good on camera when you are in a Zoom session. And I wanted to share it with you because if there is like something technical that we can resolve easily and that might make you feel better about yourself, then hey, why not do it, right? So I'm not going to share the episode here on the podcast because it's weird because I show you a bunch of things and I take you through a tour. I'm going to link to the episode in the description so you can watch it whenever you have time. Don't watch a video and drive, please. Or don't watch a video and slice your tomatoes. But I'm going to use this opportunity to talk about why it's so wonderful to use video for your English practice. And yes, recording yourself is also great. That's a good compromise. But video is just, it's more real. And the way we prepare or the energy that we invest into making the video is really different than when we're recording or when we just speak to ourselves. And you can see things in the video like your facial expressions, your body language that you can't see when you're just recording yourself. And if you're not even recording yourself, then start recording yourself. It's really important because it gives you the opportunity to give yourself feedback, and it gives you the opportunity to listen back and see if there is anything else you'd like to change and to get comfortable with how you sound. And the more you make videos, the more comfortable you get on video. And that's such an important skill for us these days, especially when, most of the communication ends up being online or via Zoom or Google Hangout, right? Or FaceTime. So it's another skill that we can have. And why not become aware of all the possibilities? I just created a program called New Sound. And if you're a New Sound student, then hi. But in the program, I cover a lot more than just the basic communication elements like speech. The core part of the program is pronunciation and prosody, of course, but we also talk about the voice, and we talk about body language, and we talk about facial expressions, because these are elements that we use when we communicate with other people that we're not aware of. And when speaking a second language, sometimes these elements are compromised, and we should be as aware of them as we are of our R sound or where we put the stress in the word. Because, we want to make sure that our voice is expressive and is carrying our message and that we are heard. and that it's aligned with how we feel, and that our eyes project what it is that we feel and not something else because we're anxious about speaking. Or maybe that our face becomes frozen and our bodies because we are nervous, and that affects your communication abilities and the rapport you might create with someone else that you're speaking with. So these are important elements. And when it comes to communicating on video, that's another element that we need to become aware of, right? When you're speaking to someone on Zoom, I think it's a very different experience if someone only sees your chin versus seeing your eyes looking at them. But in fact, you're looking at the camera, you're not looking at them because there is no person in front of you, right? Or placing the computer in a way that feels like you're speaking to them and you can see them properly instead of, them seeing your chin or your neck or your forehead. So it's another element that we had to learn. And why not learn it if it can improve how people feel around you when you speak to them? If you're on Zoom all day, or if you're making videos to improve your English because you might be posting them in a group like the Fluency community or beyond, my private English community for English practice. So you're using these tools, and let's use them to the best advantage. Now, going back to why it's so important, I said that you can give yourself feedback. You can record yourself speaking about the same thing again and again and again. And that repetition alone can significantly improve your ability to speak about something. And it's free. All it requires is your time and your phone, right? Why not do it? You don't need feedback for everything that you're learning. You just need patience, acceptance, and consistency. That's it. And the right strategy, which is what I try to share with you continuously here on this podcast and the rest of my platforms. Anyway, so I hope I convinced you that video is good for you and that communication on Zoom is important and different than real life communication. And if you want to know more about it and learn more and see all the tips and also take a look at my studio, actually it was filmed a while back, so it has changed significantly since. But if you want to take a tour, because I don't usually do that, then click the link in the description and watch the full video. And if you like it, then come on over to Instagram at hadar.accentsway and tell me what you think. Send me a DM. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.